My name is Guy Waltman, and Family First Fitness is my company. And the reason that I started this company was because I want to make health a family commitment. The public health crisis that we have in not just our country, but also all around the world is growing every single day, and it's become more than epidemic, it's become pandemic. So a lot of people don't really understand how big of like a colossal problem we're dealing with. I would like to think that this looks like a really healthy crowd. You guys all seem to be enjoying your morning coffees, and you're clearly morning risers, and there's a lot of great energy in this room. But it's not just obesity. So who here has ever heard of something called TOFI? Nobody. Did I see a hand back there? You've heard of TOFI? What's TOFI? You've heard of TOFI? So TOFI stands for thin on the outside but fat on the inside. So a lot of people say that, you know, the $300 billion, okay, every single year that our healthcare and medical expenses, you know, that $300 billion a year in healthcare, you know, expenses. They all say that it's all because of the obese individuals. But there's actually more people in our country who are not even overweight, not just obese, but not even overweight. There are more people who are healthy weights, okay, who have what's called metabolic disease than people who are obese. So it's not just an obesity problem. You hear the obesity epidemic. It's not just the obesity epidemic. It's really a public health crisis that everyone has become victim to, and you might not even know that you are. And that is kind of what TOFI is. So the reason why I created Family First Fitness was because I really love seeing what Michelle Obama is doing with Let's Move campaign. I think that's really great. I love what I see Jamie Oliver doing, trying to get into schools and changing, you know, the diets of children in America. I love all that stuff, and that's really great. But the reason why they haven't been able to get as much traction as they would like is because, and I've had conversations with both individuals, so I can speak for that. They are not getting as much headway done as they nearly would want. And the reason why, I believe, is because health has not yet become a family commitment. So if you want to change diet in schools, it's not up to the kids. It's not even really up to the teachers. It's up to the community. It's up to the parents who are going to pay those school taxes. If the community got together and all those parents said, this is what we want to see accomplished, then you might be able to get the budget to work the way you want to. Then you might be able to get rid of the pizza and get some healthier options in there. But because that hasn't happened, they haven't made a lot of progress. So I think that there's really 3 steps to overcoming the obesity epidemic, to overcoming the childhood obesity epidemic, and to overcome the diet-related disease epidemic. And those 3 steps start with making health a family commitment. Step 2 is getting involved with schools, and step 3 is ultimately changing policy at government levels. But step 1, we're still on step 1 as not just my company, but as a nation and as a world. We are still on step 1. So what I did was I created, and what this video is trying to highlight a little bit is, so how do I make health a family commitment? The way that I thought would be a good start was to create an exercise program that is geared towards the specific needs of families. Now, when I say the specific needs of families, let me explain that a little bit. Dave has done P90X and Insanity and things like that. You would probably agree with me that Insanity is for the either already insane or people who want to become insane, right? And P90X, that X is standing for extreme. So P90X is for people who are already extreme or desire to be extreme. But you can probably agree that's a very niche aspect of our population. Not everybody wants to be extreme. Not everybody wants to work out for an hour. Okay? Not everybody wants to put that kind of impact in, just they don't want to beat up their body like that. So that's number 1. You might have someone in the family who does, but you might not, right? So that's number 1. So my program is not an hour long. All of my workouts are 20 minutes long from start to finish. And the term in business for scalability and the term in the fitness industry is slightly different. To be scalable in the business world is obviously to be able to grow your business exponentially and to be able to, become more profitable or open more locations. That's scalability in a business sense. But in the fitness industry, scalability means something completely different. Scalability in terms of fitness means that, let's take a push-up, for example. If a push-up, okay, something just like this, done on the ground, all right, that's your typical push-up. Let's say that push-up was too hard for someone. If that's the case, then what you're going to do is you're going to want to lift yourself up so that gravity isn't doing so much pull on you. So a push-up, if I did it up here on this table, you know what I mean, isn't going to be as hard. To further scale a push-up in the other direction, I can put my feet up on this table, okay, and then that's going to make the push-up even harder. It's still the same movement. So that's scalability in terms of fitness. So the way that I structured my program is every single movement in the program is scalable. So if you are 5 years old, or if you're 50 years old, if you are an NFL athlete, which I've had many do my program, if you are, my largest client was 640 pounds. 640 pounds. He unfortunately, he's already lost 217 pounds. He was supposed to be here this morning, he couldn't make it. But, you know, with all seriousness, I mean, his stomach it was just shy of his ankles when he walked. You know, I've had 500-pound men, I've had 500-pound women. You know, whether you're 6 or 60, 50 or 500 pounds, you can do the same program because every single movement in the program is scalable. And the workouts in total are only 20 minutes in length. So we have a 5-minute warm-up in the beginning and a 10-minute workout portion in the middle, and then a 5-minute cool down and a stretch at the end. So where I'm at right now is I want to take that program to market on a nationwide scale. The challenge that I'm having is that that's extremely expensive. So I've been fortunate enough to have conversations with industry leaders. For example, the company that made P90X and Insanity, they were interested in this program. I haven't jumped on that because this is something that I want to do for myself. I want to be my own brand. I want to build my own brand. I don't want to become an extension of someone else's brand. I've also had conversations with an industry leader in the infomercial space. And that is something that I kind of already have in the bag. If I can only get this product to market. But my challenge right now is that it's going to take $400,000, give or take, to get this from a prototype video that you saw on the screen to of equal caliber and quality to those professional programs that you've seen by other companies in other spaces. So my plan is to launch a Kickstarter campaign as soon as possible and to try and do that. So I'm here talking with you all today to see if you could help me with the outreach component that Kickstarter, you know, the key to Kickstarter is outreach, getting the word out there and spreading it so that you can hopefully get the support of not just your own community, but the nation, right? So that's sort of where my focus is right now. And then hopefully when the program succeeds and then the company develops a lot of traction, there are a lot of other endeavors that I want to pursue, but that's where I'm at right now.